Hey guys, Toxic here with an X-Wing build spotlight where I'm going to be showing off some X-Wing lists and X-Wing build that I've used. Now, these lists are not going to be super competitive or like a meta list or anything like that. I currently do own every ship that is currently being released for X-Wing. So I do play a lot of different builds. You know, I probably don't play the same list more than 2, 3 times. So I thought it'd be kind of cool just to show off some of the builds that I have played. Go over how that played on the tabletop, their strengths and weaknesses and things like that. Let's get to it. Today is a two-ship build featuring an E-Wing and the YT-2400. So we'll start with the E-Wing first. Now, you're probably thinking that if we're using an E-Wing, then we're going to be using Corran Horn, and that's absolutely correct, especially if it's just going to be a two-ship build. He is the most expensive E-Wing coming in at 35 points. So to go along with him, I decided to take Fire Control System. This works in great synergy with Corran Horn's ability. So at the start of the end phase, you may perform one attack. You cannot attack during the next round. That's Corran Horn. And then with Fire Control System, after you perform an attack, you may acquire a target lock on the defender. So you attack first, get a target lock after that attack, and then when you're going to do your double tap, you have that target lock to spend. Very handy. I'm actually not a big fan of fire control systems. At least I wasn't before I started running Corran Horn with it. I don't know how it would work, if it would work well on any other ships. I'm sure it will. It's always really handy to have that target lock, but I would almost say a must with Corran Horn. At least I would always play it with him. I've also given him Push the Limits. Everyone should be familiar with Push the Limit. You're going to get another action from your action bar, but you will receive one stress token. I honestly think that Push the Limits is a good skill for almost anyone that can take it. Being able to take those double actions is pretty amazing, but it'll it'll make even more sense when we come to the next ones here. So next we have R2F2. I like R2F2. I think it was a great astromech. R2D2 is amazing too, but for 1 point cheaper, I think R2F2 is almost just as good. Being able to use an action to have your agility go up by 1 until the end of the round, so you're going up from 3 to 4. That's pretty significant. It's almost like being able to turn on a stealth device for a turn. And then last, I don't see a lot of Corran Horn builds running this, but I really love these. It's the advanced Proton Torpedoes. So what I've been doing is I've been going ahead and target locking, then pushing the limits to get a focus. And the reason why I do that is that advanced Proton Torpedoes is 5 attack dice. It's only at range 1, but you may change up to 3 of your blank results to eye results. And then I've been using that focus to change that to hit. So I have yet to have it not get me 5 hits. In saying that, I always seem to be going up against something that has at least 3 defense dice, and they usually end up stopping 2. But that's still 3 hits going through. That is still really huge. Now, the way I've been running Corran Horn is I've been going up into that 1 range and doing the target lock focus, doing the advanced proton torpedoes. Now I'm in range 1. So after I've done that attack, I'm also getting the fire control system. And then on the end phase, I'll do the double tap, which I'm at range 1, so I get 4 dice. So you're getting 9 dice in 1 turn, basically. 9 attack dice on 1 turn. The first 5 you can, you're pretty much going to get 5 hits if you do the focus target lock. And then on the second attack, I've been using you have the target lock because of fire control systems, so you're probably going to be getting a decent amount, 2, 3, maybe 4 hits on the second, so you could potentially be getting 9 hits in a turn. So Corran Horn definitely has the ability to basically one-shot a ship, take him out, and then your next turn, because you're stressed, you're not going to be able to attack anyway, so you can just do a nice green maneuver. You know, maybe R2 F2 if you need to, stay alive, and then the next turn after that you come into attack again. So I really like Corran Horn. I think he's a great pilot. It's an excellent the Ewing's an excellent ship. A little pricey. He does rock in at 49 points, so he's taking up almost 50%, 49%, I guess, of your list. So he is pricey. Two hull, three shields. He can't go down. Fairly easy if he gets in trouble, but I think it's worth it. At least especially be able to just a nuke a ship like that. So our next ship is the YT-2400. Now, some of you might be thinking, which pilot we're going to be using. I like Leebo, personally. The reason why I do like Leebo is, obviously we're going to be running Outrider, and the thing with Outrider is that it lets you use your cannon as your turret, basically. So your cannon fires 360, but you cannot perform primary weapon attacks. The reason why I like Leebo is because when you're down a face-up damage card, you draw one additional damage card, choose one to resolve, and then discard the other, which means that you shouldn't get into a situation where you're getting the crit that makes you discard your secondary weapon, which would absolutely cripple the Outrider. So what I also take with that is the heavy laser cannon. I do like the heavy laser cannon, as people refer to it as a donut because it cannot attack at range 1. So with the Outrider, you can't make primary attacks. The heavy laser cannon does not have a range 1 ability, but the ability to fire four dice no matter what, and you're also at range 3 with the heavy laser cannon because it's a secondary weapon. They're not going to be getting their additional evade dice, so it's the heavy laser cannon. It's amazing. It's really great. To make it a little bit easier to stay outside of the range 1, I've gone ahead and put on an engine upgrade as well. Being able to just boost out of range 1, you might move into range 1, then you could boost out of it, is pretty amazing. That combined with the inbuilt ability to barrel roll with the YT-2400 is just great. I've played a fair few games, not necessarily with this build exactly, but with the YT-2400, and I have never been in a situation where I've not been able to attack at anything because it's been in range 1. It's just too easy to get outside with the engine upgrade and the barrel roll. Then to finish it off, that leaves me at 99 points, so where do you go from there? Well, it's Veteran Instincts, obviously. Just a great little card. 1 point brings them up from a 5 to a 7, which definitely helps. But yeah, there you have it. That is 2 ships. You got the YT-2400, Leebo, engine upgrade, Outrider, heavy laser cannon, and Veteran Instincts. You got the E-Wing with Corran Horn, push to the limits, fire control systems, advanced Proton Torpedoes, and R2 F2. So weakness for that list is obviously it's going to be, you're running 2 ships, so if you lose 1 ship, you're going to be you're probably going to be outgunned, outnumbered. But you should kind of be used to that if you're running 2 ships. The strength is it has a lot of firepower. The YT-2400 is dishing out basically 4 dice a turn, and Corran Horn with his advanced proton torpedoes and its ability to double tap is going to be taking down ships quick. I've played, I think, 3 games with this build, and I've actually not lost any hull. I've taken shield damage, but I've been able to kill things quick enough where I haven't taken hull damage. What I'll usually do is I'll place the YT-2400 on one side of the board and then Corran on the other, or about halfway. The reason for that is I kind of want to split people up and have people see a big ship on the board. They like to send more ships at the big ship, and that's exactly the way I want to play it. I want to have you chasing me around, so I'm boosting and barrel rolling out of range 1. Kind of keeping you on your feet, keeping you at 2 to 3. 3 is great for me because then I'm going to be getting 3 dice a lot of the times for evading. I can take on multiple ships, and that heavy laser cannon is going to be dealing damage. Whereas anyone that goes after Corran Horn, he'll out shoot you in a dogfight. 1-on-1. If he can get you in range 1, you're going down with those advanced proton torpedoes and his ability to double tap you. he'll get you in range one, double tap that, spin the next one, getting into a good position so he can get in range one again on the turn after the turn he didn't shoot. Um, that's how I've usually been playing it. A lot of the times, another way, depending on where the asteroids are set up, doing a first turn K turn with the YT 2400 hasn't been. I've done that, probably a lot of times actually, where I'll drive up, flip around, and then start coming back down around my board edge, and then eventually coming back up with Corn. But the reason why I'll do that is just kind of keep that range. They'll move up. I might miss a turn first turn for shooting, but next turn, now I'm moving across my board. They're having to deal with asteroids. I'm just got a clear shot, and I'm keeping them at range. They're not able to boost up, an insane amount because of the asteroid placement, and it's more of the heavy laser shots and me not having to worry about range one. But I'm this is my favorite build right now. I've played it 3 times in a row. I'll probably end up changing it the next time I play games, just because I have so many ships and I just want to get use out of them all. But it'll probably be something with the YT 2400 or Corran Horn because I'm loving these ships right now. When I first started playing with the E-Wing, I didn't like it, but that's because most of the time I lost my shields really quick in the game, and he just uh, became into a suicide ship at that point. But yeah, that's the build. That's kind of how I play it, how I run it. Feel free to use it yourself. It's definitely a lot of fun. I don't know how competitive it would be. I do see Corrin and the YT 2400 popping up in tournaments, but I haven't seen them together yet. So would have to see. But I would be more than comfortable bringing that down to a tournament myself. But would have to see with that. I'm not, I don't really know. I don't really play tournaments a lot, so take of that what you will. But I would definitely try it out. It's worth a shot. But that's been the first episode for my X-wing build spotlight for the E-wing YT 2400, the Corran Doughnut. Uh, but yeah, once again, my name's Toxic with AlliesIndex.com. Check out AlliesIndex.com for more geeky gaming goodness. And like always, have a good one.